거기 노지 다 걸어야 보스군 저기 아셔지 세그래 예대 somba 다 로데 이제 뭐야 예대 somba 아셔지 세주나 되는지 걸리거나 본데
so just trying to cultivate the right motivations, that your aspirations, just generating an aspiration or a thought to benefit other sentient beings, and but need to overcome any like a selfish or self-centered mind in your motivations. So therefore, this out of this genuine aspirations to benefit other as a motivation, then we should listen to the teachings.
Young court, in Jinninga, watching the Sanjin never Mashana, no washi about the GBC Lila, that means Jiggies, Tobachi, Casamada, Kudosana, Dingelta, Zevi Pesh, Kudo Nemishe. How can the Nemishe, Nemishe, that there in Nemishe, that's why Nemishe, but there in the Nemishe. That is done, gets a John Razor, that gets a John Vitet Carres, that he touched laying water. Could you get such a Vitet Carres, take the leg?
Okay. So last week we discussed about the meaning of anger or hatred, and then we also then talked about the shortcomings or the advantages or disadvantages of having or such anger or hatred within us, and so now the what follows now after this, so is in the text, so is about as it begins about how the shortcomings of angers or the hatred in terms of destroying or damaging the root of virtue.
That gets that in there. Guess I said the German 10, Majes out there, never gave and never Mudani's yard. Gavano children, Java, Yanda, she, Nipachoni, and good Tata Nipachoni, Devon Jamba, Joseph, Yala Shadow Tavatin, Devon Java, Yinjis, Tade Chedo, Tena, Rorogan, Deva, Manjaba, the minor is that Manjaba, my test. Manjaba, Mates, dealing with the other.
Yeah. So the as if you refer to
law, which is savage, Pomanena, Yamabe Sabe, Poa, Masibi, Shiro, she, keep on gushing, Suzy, like the other.
So the text continue, which says some scholars' positions. So this is relating to the meaning of what does mean by the anger or hatred, destroying the root virtues. So it says here, some scholars' positions. The meaning of destroying the roots of virtue is that in destroying the capacity of previous virtues to issue their effects speedily. So you delay the issuance of their effect. So anger, for instance, will give its effect first, but it is certainly not the case that the seed of the roots of virtue will not issue effects when they later meet with the requisite conditions, because given that no mundane path can eliminate the seeds that are to be eliminated, it is impossible to have an elimination of the seeds of the afflictions. And the reply to that, the critique, then the text says, reply. So this reasoning is unsound, because even the purifications wherein ordinary beings clear away non-virtue by means of its remedy, the four powers of confession is not an elimination of its seed. Nevertheless, though the seeds of this non-virtue may later meet the requisite condition, they cannot issue a fruitions. And then further he continue, even virtue and non-virtuous karma that are that are spent upon issuing their individual fruitions do not lose their seeds. So nevertheless, even when the seeds of such karma meet henceforth with the requisite condition, it is impossible for fruition to arise. And when you attain the peak and forbearance levels of the path of preparation, you do not eliminate the seeds of non-virtue that cause wrong views and miserable rebirths. So nevertheless, even though the seeds of this non-virtue may meet with the requisite condition, they cannot give rise to wrong views or a miserable rebirth.
And this is Gawa no Jendeva, Yenda Shebi Nepa, Johnny Devon Jabba Joseph, draw Allah, Shadow Taban Devon, Jabba Inchis, that's it. That king didn't say, Gataban, then Yenda Shebi Nepa, the part Johnny, Tepa Jory, the Paton, Salatani, saying this. Get on Joseph, yes, it is on the other kids on the other. How could no Giano Jendeva, Yenda Shebi Nepa, Johnny, Devon, Jabba Joseph, Gala Shadow Tabi, and Jabba Inchis. How did he let and do it? I got that thing that how come to us? Then you check on the Gamma Gaga, Le Kongala, Mumba. Reshi, Sheila, Yede maybe Cocachi, the Quachon, Tesoji, Gao, Manjoga Chenta, Chimere, the Giana Ching, Magiana Ching, and Jugger, Chiti Coca, Kayama, Chit Josie daughter, Mother. Magay let Chewa the Magay, let Mamma gay, let Mamma younger. On a gay, Magay Lotto, Magay led Mamma gay, led the Mamma. Gay male led the Mamma you are then, Magay let the Mamma you are then, Gay in Devon, Georgia to Jarva. Georgia, they take it in it, Johnson, Magay, Joy, that what I was wanting.
So first of all, we need to be clear about the point that is made by the critic here, in relation to the meaning of like anger destroying the root of virtues. So which in the text which says here, some scholar positions, the meaning of destroying the roots of virtue is that in destroying the capacity of previous virtue to issue their effects speedily. So this some saying so that the meaning is of the when the anger arises and it's we say that it has the effect of damaging the root virtue. Yeah. So this critic or some saying so that the meaning of destroying or damaging the virtue is more in the sense of delaying the fruition or the yielding of the result of the root virtue, and not so much on actually damaging the root virtues. So by saying that because of the anger, as an effect of the anger, so the result of the anger will arise first, and so therefore this like a delay or this postpone the yielding of the result of the root virtue. So that's what they're saying here. But however, in as a reply to that, so when it says here, so when where is it? No. Yeah.
Manzo in the let the Manzo the gay let me Mando say let in the Judy Toja. That's how much of I using it. That's on that one. That is, Russian no much Joseph the Gazan job is dead, Maruta said, that is job never sushi, John Manishba, Master Bishas. Russian no much Joseph, but so Gazan job is dead, Maruta said, yes, another gay let all the Tonche, Gazan, Georgia Sugi Banjaros, that is. Gale Totten, among other gale Totten Mayumura, then there's a gale Tadakava, then Georgia time to start it, Magiala Paja.
So you will see the reply in the summary of the reply in here, when it says here, furthermore, the reasoning is unsound because, as the earlier citations, which says, as to the action that give rise to cycle existence, these are those that are weighty, those that are near, those to which you are habituated, and those you did earliest. Among those, the formal will rub in first. So by quoting that, so it in this citations which give the some sort of indications of the order of the yielding of the result of the karma. So it is saying here that in terms of the order, the karma which is most powerful, whether that be a virtue or non-virtue, will produce its result first. So therefore, which is to say, if the virtue is very powerful, in a sense more powerful than the non-virtues, then it will produce result before the result of the non-virtues. So therefore, if we read this text, so any virtue or non-virtuous actions that comes to fruition does temporarily stop the opportunity for the fruition of another actions. So this is it happens. This is just if when a virtuous action produces result, then at the same time the non-virtuous action cannot produce a result at the same time. So therefore, it is just almost like naturally the result of the non-virtue is delayed, has been delayed, and so that. But however, it doesn't mean that the virtues virtues have actually damaged the result of the non-virtues. So it is also vice versa, in the sense if the result of non-virtues is produced first, then which will then can postpone the time for the virtues result to arise. So simply because of that, it is not sound or is not a valid reason to say that this non-virtue destroy the seed of the virtues. So as he says here, however, it is not said, nor can it be established that a mere preceding fruition destroy the virtue or non-virtue. So in fact, this what is cited here, which when it says as to the action that give rise to cycle existence and so forth, so this is something which we you would have studied when under the topic of the karma and its result. So where there is a whole sections of in terms of the how the which of many types of karma, so which will produce the result first, and this is like for example, if we said if someone is near to die, then the future, which kind of karma then will ripe its result, in his future as a future rebirth. So in this sense, as it says here, there are it is saying that the karma which is most powerful one at that particular moment, so will produce a result. More forceful and powerful one will produce result first. And then also it's talk about how, what about if all the karma at that particular moment are all, in terms of their intensity or their force, if they are all equal, and then it says then in which case, then the whichever karma of those karma which are equal, so whichever you have accumulated or you have created, first will produce the result.
다 내지 가르쳐야 맞아. 얘네 게세를 가세 건디체는 저가다 게세냐. 다 대가도 그거. 라 미사서 것도 근데 거의 되냐. 맞아. 단단하게 맞아. 뭐 양네 되네. 로 가세 게세도 것이 가세야 봤대죠. 뭐가 더가로 내 이거 봐. 그래서 다 먹을래 자체는 깔 강화해야 돼. 이제 내 손을 들도 그래야지. 이제 가디는 먼저 니다 고생에는 게세 요네 컨디션이 코도 저버서 아니버서 로이딩이 거를 라이면 얘는 저도 녀석 가령에 따봐 녀석 것도 가디나지. 얘네 세바시 거지 그거야. 거기 니다 거기 얘네 세세대 내가 맞지. 영화에 다지지 여기. 근데 로연에 요는 거고 내 세제라 펜바시 세제라 내가 마시아 근데 손은 요요 또 거거든 다 제정에는 패스 첨보야 근데 당을 가리나면 너정 가서 때지 게세도 봐 고시 쳐도 대슈체를 얻다 다 근데 봐 손보나 야부야래 다 그때 이거라 시작다 다 로베데 된제 는 진나들 로베데 된제 제시
So we understand from this the point of the of how what kind of factor that determines the ripening or the producing the result of the various karma that we create. So we have to understand here that how then it is important for us to as much as possible to habituate our mind with a positive mental attitudes, and such as if we habituate our mind to the thought of like that thought that I will thought of like wishings all other sentient being to have happiness, and but not wishing, but to be wishing them to be free from sufferings, and likewise to the thought of I will only cause bring benefit to the others, and will we will prevent any harmful thought or actions towards others. So these kind of very positive thoughts that if we should familiarize ourselves with, trying to cultivate this as as many and whenever we can, and so in this way it is possible to then to be able to this kind of thought can be then become like a more forceful, more powerful, in our mind streams.
센달지 건지 얼른든지 알아서 가서 세피가라 뭐지 건지들지 시시 따는 런서든 제가 생각이 왔는데 런서 걸어 건지야 있다든지 라 게세시아라 편도 저런데 같이 미지 라거든 망의 수제들아 에마데 수제 걸어거든지 와이자라고 하래 가진 건 걸때 무슨 편도 걸어 쳐가야 되고 여러 세례라 말래 제래라 카타와 되는 미디어도 계시라 트위치에서 정말 된다. 메드는 그래서 백견이야. 되는데 제일을 봐. 아이 게서 소마선에 야보 제제 게서셨다지. Mugay said, Bangoto, this get Jumbo General. Mother Jake, Gay says, True says a patch and Mugawa, Sha or Mugay, Sha, she did two mother shooting, shaking the one. Mother more the thing one other days you are. Anything other, mustn't can't die. Then he cheese on a tea or mother. Nothing on other Ichina, True on Bossa, Liz on Bossa, Lotion on Bossa, Corpus soba. Then they so the day you are that day you are and there is also cheap. Ichinachi, then they are a kangal. Ya re then till day chair, day chair, that till that Tamadi was on Tamadi was sure changing. Then day chair, tell there you are there, you are. There you are, they just that powers on a season. That powers on it, then another one tell shoot too much. This shoot Chobaji, said Bellachi. True about the girls on somebody. That are wrong and Massendilici. And a tail, there are boy on San Sauce on your sudden. That take trouble about the Mara party. That the mother settled. Dungas mother settled the Yaneti Coca Lotico. Not any moment, Tonga. That intro the Jim Duck. There is some death on the so the mother Tesha in bar. Let them walk on, let them shoot chat, the gay let shoot chat, 10 million, again, said Tombo 10 million rest, Massage can't also some old million. Gay legend, David, David, Magay legend, David, and Madame David. The one other David, Carden, Magay, David, dead. The other other David, Carden, gay and David. Lebasia is gas and Lebasia. Jogging, Lebashi in a Gioin, jog and through. I wish you would start, I have a sober to enter. You know, it's on talking that. The one development, the mother got Jim Magia tells you that Putachi. They are there, they just Gard does that think it's on terror. They know anything, and another Chishina. Yap, Shedo Shiva, the journey up, Yoletana, Yapu Shedoa, that's on 10 doses. There is some Tetos water, Lea Conto, Chatomo rest, then Magay Leto, and come Moya Kangatoja, then Gian Joja and Roga, Tika Josil to Yaro.
So it's the, when we become like a, habituated with the, virtues, like a very positive mental attitude, then and because of our habituation, then it makes us. It becomes easier for us then to create virtue, or and the even if it's just some small reminder from some friend, can be enough cause for us to be engaged in certain virtues practice. For example, when once the one. Of the Tara House member, Suzanne, who passed away, and so she used to be very familiar with the Tara practice. So at the time of her death, she was very weak and she could not really respond much. But Geshe said he was there, and then he advised her to do the Tara practice, and which she understood, and she was actually, saying, express her thanks to Geshe. So it takes very small effort when we, because it's something practice that we, if we become very familiar with, then it it will arise very easily. It only need just a very small cause or small thing to just to trigger the practice.
Yeah.
And so therefore, Sandra, is it? Yeah. So you, okay, Susan Cole, is it? Yeah. So you were there at the time, and how she appreciated that advice. Yeah.
She remember that again. She remember you did that. Geshe said you met her. She's the happiest thing you see. Very good. That very good. That you really.
Yeah. So, what the support that you have given to her, so would have even helped her to, to create a cause to find a good rebirth, and help her to, prevent bad rebirth, and so it makes a difference. So in this way, it's important even in our in our life, throughout life, to as much as possible the best way we could help and support the friend is to, in terms of the helping them to develop virtue and positive qualities, and definitely if we are not careful, then we can be even, instead of helping them to cultivate positive qualities, we would influence, we can be a very negative influence upon them, and so therefore this is something that whatever we have achieved in our life and we have found in our life, so as much as possible to trying to make the use that, or the translate that as a cause of the virtue, as a cause of what we seek in our life, that is such as like a happiness. And for example, there is no question that we all have certain belief that the having ourselves surrounded by good friends as a very important cause for our security, for our happiness. So likewise, to have a very healthy life and a very good attractive body, also happiness, and similarly the material possessions. So these are all very much we strongly believe in that, and so therefore it's important that when we achieve or gain all those things, then we have to make sure that these things actually do serve as a cause of happiness, and they can be, as what we are saying here, they can be a cause of happiness, or also it can be a support to one's spiritual practice. Everything, even our friends, how you can be as a support to your friend in a very positive way, and likewise your health, your wealth, everything can be has a potential to be good cause for virtues. But however, if we are not careful, then instead of that, all this can be rather, on the contrary, can be a source of suffering for ourselves at the moment, and also can, because of these things, then we might be creating causes for suffering in future, and also to cause suffering for the others. So in this way, it's important to how we have to look into to check what kind of belief we have, what we believe in, and then trying to see whether that is something beneficial or not. What is that, where that belief is taking one, and for example, sometimes it can be very have a detrimental effect. For example, someone who simply believe that that in order for you to have a secure happiness, then I must find a like a right persons. And if you simply believe in that and you can't think of very so strong in that belief, then it is possible. It also attached to that such belief, then it's possible that you will miss so many other opportunities in your life, because you always been thinking about that, and then in fact such person then won't find any happiness, any satisfaction, until that desire or is fulfilled. So so anyway, what is important here, what we are saying here is how we got to remember how it is important to, in terms of the developing, how important to develop more positive habits within ourselves, and so that this the reason is because these have whatever, if we cultivate or if we are able to to create certain a virtue, then the effect of that result it will be upon ourselves, will fall upon ourselves. So likewise, we have to understand, if it's non-virtuous, if we cultivate a non-virtuous state of mind, then the effect of that non-virtuous state of mind will comes on oneself. So therefore, it is on the basis that how we all want it or seek happiness and not suffering. So is on the basis of that, then we have to make every effort to try to habituate ourselves with the virtue but not with the non-virtues.
gya jose gya kombe to ta de jemu ta de da de da gya magya wa de ji yong wa do lo ta do ne se je ge san jong ba yin ka yin sa bie nyong ba ji de jie zong che chung真的有个门军吧大在这这种这种真的这不门军这门呢吧就说是他在啊干的些呢没给我真也不多就管叫个人干的些呢300这个真的这不这门的吧这不他用个他是这不的吧然后用些这不门也在这不门用么个他300的你不没说是吧那300个谁要嘛300的你不这门的嘛是吧意思他说这种这在俺些吧在地吧是这类用于就是他就老公嘛些门个大是在第二个说对300的了嘛就300也不买呢没接着车300的你些个嘛是吧可能说不了嘛些要的300里吧了听要的这个他你些你个接着车你些你个嘛的人家看这个啥那看这个真这个养叫谁呢啊给一个真的有问题些他这不有问题些了他这有问题那把些不真的讲这个他这什么的300没把钱真的买的啥的买了他上台中没想说大家容易就是他就老公嘛不说门个是那的这叫个也他的我的头发的我来过他不说的
Then the text continue. Therefore, concerning these, the Master Bhava Viveka states, as already explained, that in the case of both the purification of non-virtue by the four powers of confession and the destruction of roots of virtue by wrong views and malice, the seeds of the virtue or non-virtues cannot give rise to effects, even though they may be meet with the requisite. They may be meet with the requisite conditions, just as spoiled seeds will not give rise to sprouts, even though they may meet with the requisite conditions. So the main point here is for us to understand the meaning of like a destroying, to purifying the negativities. So, for example, if we can purify the negativities, by applying the four like opponent, forces of purifications. So, so when you do this, then we the meaning of the purification means we are like we said before, really means to preventing the non-virtue or the negativity to produce its result, and so therefore this purification has the effect of damaging or destroying the capacity of the seeds to produce its result, and so therefore it's not necessarily we have to say that it is to actually exhausting or completely abandoning that seed. So rather that because of the purification, so this is no longer, the non-virtue is no longer able to produce its result. So just as it is given an example here, how if a certain like a seed is damaged, like it's like a rotten, then it won't be able to if you plant that, then it won't be able to produce like a sprout or seedling, and so seed could be still there, but it's just it has been damaged. It's been become a rot. So in this way, in a similar way, we can understand how when we talk about the like a moment of anger, has the can destroying the virtue. So what does that mean? It is the preventing that the result, the desirable of the pleasant result of that virtue to arise.
대단히 아셔봐다 디바서바 디바체는 서바 저지 용유 다 정원시 로 고마시아 버드선 뭔가 다셔데 대바제 셔셔바 르테 마타비 셔셔베 르테서 셔셔바 판소나 로 녀드시아이나 로 녀드시아도 세조토고야 말 로 고마시 녀드시아 제조토 디바토노 고마시아라 조진도 너 체치셔라 내게는 생각은 너 싫어 너는 생각은 배나기 와 코로야 손 싸지는 전에 배나 계신형 하다 다 가르쳐 계신 자ten서로서는 진리지래라 디바타노 그래서 얘나 총에도 더 말이야 너는 있어 만 디바상게 돼야 로 고마 돼서 깔리 공부 있어 얘나 솔로네 저로 피가라 마치네 펜지 그러나 사실 운동 거 없어요. 변은 리트 맞도 그 리트 비션 봐 근데 취 사잖아. 로년 버셔는 거. 라용 소도가로 쏴고 있어. 다 되세요. 년버서 뭔가 아시를 로 고마시안 버드스면 뭔가 아시 버드스야다 조리스야레스 라 녀스 토바다 녀스 토마다 조리스야레스 라 팅에 근로나사 다 디바치 사나 디바토 중에 다 노그레 로 고마시아 녀스야테 셔송제 조리스야레스 뭔센데 근데 뭐무슨 다나선 대단디 디고 서바 이제 대학 공대하세 버드스면 뭔가 안돼 쉬어서 리트 맞도 쉬어서 봐 리트 토바는 치마 대이사 지금 근로사 내가 디바도 이사로 로 고마 시시하라더니 조리스야레스
So, and then continues, moreover, as already explained, even though you cleanse your accumulation of sins through purification by the four powers, so this does not contradict the fact that you are slow to produce a higher path. So in here is now there's the text points out that how even if one is able to purify the negativities or any sinful action through the applying or the such a purification practice and so forth. And so through this purification, then one, of course, then as a benefit of that purification practice, then one prevent the result of this the negative action to arise. But however, it's when it says here, it does not contradict the fact that you are slow to produce higher paths. So it's mentioned here that. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't contradict, or it doesn't mean that still that your negative action, negativities have not delayed or not slowed down to your progress on the path. So, however, this can be specific to be more. This can be more interpreted in the case where the anger of someone who who is not like a bodhisattva, an ordinary person, and then who generate the anger towards someone who's a bodhisattva, who was declared as a bodhisattva. So if that kind of anger maybe which is related to here, and how even though you can purify that through such a purification practice, but still it will have the impact on the one's speedy progress of the one's spiritual path.
Then Jabba Norman Jabin General, there's it. And Sunday, they possess of a Joata, Tabashi, join you, said. Can Norman Jabba join you? Bon, then, Mosella, Combi, Sheba, Denton, Lion, Jumba, the Santa, Gazala, and John Manimba, don't say. Then control that control Benada, Jamba the Sun Joy, Jimbin, Deva, all other Roche Chaya, Rata, Norman Deva, Conjono, yes. Sunday, Deva, and Lipus, Conjono, yes. Yena then Jimbin Jabber, Jensen Jabber, Yungwa, and then Southern Jabber, Jensen Jabber, the Kochoya Mares, Joya Mares, Combi Shaba, Jensen, Carita, Mama Cos, Shadow, that's the coaching Pelang, Don't Sado, Posella, Combi Shaba, Jensen cheese, Mama, Posella Shabo, Susella Shabo, Coin, Tati, Jensen, Jensen, the Lion, Jamba, Center, then Geshe Doga Interpreted, Geshe Doga
So, just to add to what we just mentioned before, in terms of how even if you purify the negativities and as a benefit you prevent that the result of that negative to manifest, but however this can cause delay to the one's the speedy progress on the path. So regarding that, in that regard, in terms of that, so there's nothing, there's really not much one can do in order to now to overcome that obstacles of impediment of the delay of one's the path, progress on the path. So now it says, accordingly, for some persons, so anger destroys, for instance, their resources and excellent body, the respective effects of giving gifts and safeguarding ethical discipline, but is unsuitable to destroy their ability to easily produce roots of virtue again through giving gifts and safeguarding ethical discipline by means of the causally concordant behavior effect of their habituation to generosity and an attitude of abstentions. So, so essentially, so in this, the text makes we goes into the more the specific like the results of the various like our actions, whether that's a virtue or non-virtues. So therefore, it's saying here that as a result of one's even though the anger may damage the virtue that you created through, for example, engaging in the practice of giving, the charities, and that means what that means is the primary result of that is the result of giving is the wealth, is gaining wealth in the future. So you may not be able to get that, but however that doesn't mean that this anger actually destroy all the various other types of results of the givings. So therefore it doesn't mean that because of that, because of the damage of your virtue of giving, that you will never in the future you will never have the thought or a virtue thought of giving or the intention. You will never generate an intention to give. So therefore, in another word, it's talking about the very the type of the result. It is called as the similar. Habitual, similar habitual result of, for example, of the giving. So is to later on, so you will have the similar thought of you have intention of giving. So which and similarly for the practice of moral ethics. So that is more to do with thought of restraint, and so even though through the anger it may cause damage to the result of that your moral ethics, but however it is saying here that not necessarily that it will destroy even the other types of the result of your practice of the moral ethics, such as these similar, like a habitual result, or results similar to its cause in terms of the habit. So therefore, it say here that that does not destroy the occurrence of an safeguarding. So by means of causally concordant behavior, effects of their habitual to generosity and an attitude of abstentions.
다 가진데 대번 가지 라 마셔봐자 류대 토비 쇼세라 나 근저 마셔나 가와찌기 진다 나 로데 네비 로자 또방 가시 되네 근제제도 선바지 신이 로제 제라 야바 마동요 가와찌기 인나 로데바 But Sungates, catching Nano, they got a catching dog, it is what in rest. Lot on Yama, Lo Kuma Debala, catching Lo Kuma Debala, Solotabi, catching the thing, Jolopin, Gasel, Kunachi Lesona, Nada catching things, the Lagores, Jody the Suicide. That's the side of the Chibat, that's the last one. So I said, the little top of second, then, 下巴在留在托比学校了是，他留在马托比那留在托比学校了，现在看着马现在搞这个做把子的这那边，本来叫了做把这那边个老家多帮干些，真的他多把考虑的那么些，他干这个看这个算把这些呢。 老在街了也把马动了，除了搞多要买的，是吧？多要买的这刚进个人了，现在老这吧不是说的是，刚进个人呢，他来这真不是他刚你拉过的，他才想的，这才是当然没给我钱呢，他把那你先把工业团结去，他没给把汤，你知道吧？觉得，知道吧？就他把你就把了，这。 这是真的，这就完了。嗯，
这玩意儿，嗯，没个把汤，这玩意儿，给我怎么了？
他把人这玩意儿，
给我怎么了？
这玩意儿他把人，他把讲把我，这些把工业团结进就没给把，没给说你忙啥的，等上头下工业这样。
And then the text continue. So for other persons, so anger destroy the continuous occurrence of a similar type of causally concordant virtuous behavior like ethical self-discipline and so on, but does not destroy the occurrence of an excellent body, resource, and so forth. So just the So some bodhisattvas realize a path through which they progress to perfections within one aeons. For instance, if they do not generate anger toward a bodhisattva who has obtained a prediction of his or her upcoming enlightenment, as explained earlier. So if they produce a single angry though towards such a bodhisattvas, so this path is not expelled from their mind stream, but their progress on the path becomes slow for the length of an aeons. So this is something we just touched a little bit just beforehand. So it's saying, for example, if somebody is on the bodhisattva on the path of accumulations, and then if he generate anger towards other bodhisattvas, who has been predicted to become for achieving the complete enlightenment, and then it is saying here that then as a result of that, this bodhisattva will still won't fall back from the path, but however it will then extend the number of time that bodhisattvas will require to move to the next path, such as the path of preparations. For example, if it's supposed to be say 1,000 aeons, 1,000 years, and then but because of this the arising of angers, then it could be extended for one more thousands of 1,000 years. So it becomes further delayed by choice. So that's what it says here. And then in brief, just as in the case of the purification of non-virtue, there is no need to purify every behavioral effect. So with respect to the destruction of virtue, there is no need to destroy every behavioral effect. So however, as this is important and it is critical to analyze it using the scripture of the unique Buddha and the reasoning based on them, you should research the scriptures well and do an analysis. So it's referring to the cause and effect, or for example, to be able to know the effect of the generosity or the giving is the gaining wealth, and likewise the effect of the moral ethic is to gain the good rebirth. And so it is saying that to understanding this link, cause and effect link is a very kind of very extremely very, subtle phenomena, and so this is something that we cannot just understand very easily. But however, so therefore, it is something that in order to fully understand that, so we have to rely on even the Buddha's own words and various scriptures, and have to think about this a lot.
Che chabo pewa dance, yen no yedo jamba pada meba chen goba no da manto yemere kunde manto tane ngan to amandine de kunde jane de gesa ja gejin jabde ngan manto alwa deseta dona manto yemende kunde segeje no yedo mo ronge no yedo mo che chaba peba de ando lua de manto to de manto ales yen no ma chen che yedo mo jamba pada meba de goba na 고바나 내 만토에 진님이 오스 다 근저 도이님이 다 근저 도이님이 내 만데 다 yap배 산데 모두 영화를 개들 다 근저 만토이님은 다 깔리 강원도 같은데 다
So thus it says thus the invisible faults of angers are that it projects its own fruitions which are extremely unpleasant, and that it prevents the arising of the measureless very pleasant fruition of its opposite virtues. So so what it's saying here is when we think about or think on the undesirables, various undesirable or the unpleasant result, the ripening result of a moment of anger. So if you think of all those various results, it is not something that we can comprehend it. So that's what is very subtle, and at the same time, even also beyond our comprehension when we think of the degree and the amount of the result of the virtuous that this anger destroys. So virtues, the result of the virtues are something which is desirable, something which is pleasant. So again, when we think about that, the amount and the degree, to the extent of such the damage that this anger caused to the result of the virtue, is saying is also something beyond our the comprehensions.
That's it, they are married, Hela God, and Leg there, Maya by it, and Jesus. Shema Matopatos, that's another condo, and Nijum fishes, Kundras are there, and Niapo, sell not the nebulous, and Temba Yobatus, sell not the name, but Temba take upon your road, and that's on that. Shadow change, Tishon, Nizu, Tijani, Sabato. 咱现在就是始终咱这出去逛，反正说早也不看着我啥的，这心里吧，考不没得逛的，人别的就现在没得吧，人把的人光牛啊嘛，他从得着，他车他他，研究他罗来个，他空调他们的他们的，这张那上多，那上多呢，看着人的那上多呢，那俺都看着来个，稍稍的去形容那情况的话。
And then it continues with now the visible, faults of the anger. So the faults of anger visible in these lifetimes are that you do not experience a peaceful and good mind. So this is to the moment the anger arises within us, then we immediately lose all the peace and happiness in our mind, and then the joy and happiness that you had previously perish. So what joy and happiness you had before, so that will be all gone, and also you cannot regain them. Also, it prevent the joy and happiness in future, and you cannot sleep well, and even it spoils your sleep, and you weakened the stability wherein your mind stays calm. So the stability and the sanity or the clear thinking of your mind will be also affected. So the important thing is for us to reflect upon all these shortcomings of the angers. But before anger arises, if we reflect on all this and to recognize all these shortcomings which results from the anger, then it will really help us to be more cautious, and even can be, if we do so strong reflections, even it can, when the anger arises, it not only alert us, but also can even frighten us.
Gado de ayo moto las ye gado then le dia to mare tanse ni moyo se na de mane me tempo ye me bare te la za go da no do go ji ji so za te chen bo te la ye te ge ba te ta jo che do do se de bi ye bo so chen se ba go te a go 대인 자신은 쇼하지 자세 신이자 용거 자고 말해 예배 대전은 전에 때봐 제거 말해 너는 초아디 대 내봐 되는 가야 보마이 너 제자사 제가 거기를 된 너는 초아디 내가 내봐 공예 보마이 되는 가야 보마이 내봐 되는 가야 보마이 있을 때 하고 건데 So
then continue. So when you have gained hatred, even those for whom you formerly cared, so forget your kindness and kill you. So even friends and relatives will get annoyed and leave you. So although you so others with your generosities, so they will not stay, and so on. And then there's a quote from engaging in the Bodhisattva's deeds, states, in the grasp of the mental pain of hate, your mind does not experience peace, you do not find joy or happiness. Sleep does not come and you become unstable. So even those who depend on our masters, who cares for them with wealth and services, will overcome and kill a master who gets angry. So his anger disheartens friends. Though he gathers people with gifts, they will leave, they will not serve him. So in brief, no angry person is happy.
Kunosane don't just think that Jen and Zomba, you might have known it. They are going to this, Mate Zomba, Tal and Yani shows. Hatching, Nisa the Kanye, and the Apoyana, Troy singing, Senator, Dunga, it doesn't get it. They don't get yes as Renata. Mother are going and toss. Dala Pemman dead, Jen, Rolla Pemba, dead Jen. I'm over the shows are Jen, Troy generation and draw just draw the tender, Pali Nyombashi, Trapado, then Drabala Kunyong, Kunyova, Nyobanja, Da Mange, then Pioneer, thing and Kudusada Chief, Zajata, Rada, Junja Jones, Troy Marie, Musacha, Huanja, then one Nesson to Pedro Navy Seller, Lonyone, Pache, Gashi, Sen Mobile Jones, Troy Debil and Kocheba. Ngenda thought that the logic is the Yunganyo, never chamboches, sheep, Shanye ye, Jejote, Del Hopper, Jijaye, Troan, then no get dog it, as I seen in the million subjects and draw ta, Tell shed was such as Zeva shed, the same way Zeva shake, as ever got that same gas. Never chamber. Then she be Chinese, other chalet less as you are, that chalet less I think it is chalet less that never change myself. Shiny and do shiny as it. Chalet mother, chalet less something. That chalet less, that chalet less I tell no young mother, chalet level, it's a dejo, tell hop on the chase. Chalet, Dejo, tell you about that, Kai check with us. I'm going to ask that. That's all I saw about the Yemen, no, Troile, Lepa, Tembo, Nene, the part of Goma, Nene, that's the Goma showers. That's how I change English.
So just continue the reading. The garland of birth stories also says. So when your complexion is spoiled by the fire of anger, so you cannot look good though adorned with jewelries. So all this, if we think about within the context of our own life experience, so all very true. So you may sleep on a good bed, but your mind suffers the sharp pains of anger. So you forget to achieve goals beneficial to yourself. So tormented by anger, you take an evil path. So you ruin the achievement of your aims and your good name. So your grandeur fades like the waning moon. So though your friends love you, you fall into an abyss of wrong. So weakening your intelligence about what is helpful and what harmful. So you mostly transgress and your mind becomes confused. So through anger, you are accustomed to sinful acts. So you suffer for 100 years in miserable realms. So what harms greater than this could be done, even by enemies avenging the great harm you have done. So this anger is the inner enemies. So I know it to be so. Who can bear its proliferations?
Never chamber she gets any teaching, then they happen to call Yambote laying with right, so no theatre with that.
So as then it says here, meditate until you are firmly convinced that grave consequences such as these arise from angers. So it's important to, as said before, reflect on these, what kind of harm and the damages and the destruction that this the anger, when we let the anger overpower us, our mind and ourselves, and can do to ourselves and can do to others. So to as much as possible to reflect on these, and then until you have the clear and a strong understanding or the recognitions of the anger as being a very destructive, as a very harmful and a destructive force.
야, 다 대단해. 다 신기를 제도 답이 디바메, 자바 답이 까타메, 델리제, 내제샤, 나도 선지진들 공바샤, 준비하다 진. 다 대처로서 못되더야.
And then says, thus, engaging in the Bodhisattva's deeds says, there is no sin like hatred, and no fortitude like patience. Therefore, earnestly cultivate patience in a variety of ways.
song yaba mani so sir ida kunro dio da no me so na teni res mani ateno res da di ba chen ba ide de sha je da na de ba ye do mo wa phe ma da ge wa na ne ba shi bi di ba na je de ba li ye chu de je ba yaba mai no se da de sha da de ba ye do wa ye do mo wa phe ma do Gewala never shape. Dipana, Mazapali, Yachod Jaba Yaba Minos, Mazapali, is that the Mazap Minos, then got Zumbata Yetes. No, my Yeda, Moa Cheche, Jichu. Geta Majona, that's what the teacher measure, the Yacho, no more such a Jabada. Gesan Jomba Yankan Sobi, Yeshana, the Shadoli Yamba, Mote, General Kandaba, Lotado, Zombie, Chipon, Shusado, Lamala Soba, Cheche Chada, Sel Majash, Saba Sona, Lotili Shibasha was started. There departure there and the other could departure no more yet more cheche than Jichi. Get on job, but that's why it's that Chetu Teres.
And then continue. First, understand the benefits and faults, and then strive to cultivate patience in many ways. The reason behind the first line is set forth in Chandakirti's explanation of the middle way commentary. You cannot measure the fruition of anger just as you cannot measure the water in the ocean with a balanced scale. Therefore, for projecting the unpleasant effects and damaging virtue, there is no sin greater than a lack of patience. So just indicating the damage, the amount of damage that anger causes to our virtue, and the kind of the undesirable ripening result that this anger produce. So as it says in the analogy, if we have to measure, then there is no such measurement to measure it. So and then continue. For although other sins result in extremely unpleasant fruitions, they are not great sins on that account alone, given that they do not destroy roots of virtue. So it's talking about how when we the anger has the capacity to not only to destroy the ripening not only can it produce a great or results in a great sufferings as its a result, but also at the same time it can also cause damage or the roots of virtue. So still, and then continue, still there are many wrongs other than anger that combines both production of terrible fruition, so fruition which is like a ripening result, and the destruction of the root of virtues. So like also include some the negative states, such as like a wrong view, which like the anger, so has this such a so like a destructive force, like wrong views that deny cause and effect, abandoning these sublime teachings, that's Dharma, generating pride in relation to bodhisattvas, gurus, and the like, and thus terribly belittling them, and so forth. So you can know of these from the compendium of trainings. So then, what follows now, after talking about all the faults of the angers and so forth, now the text goes to the how to meditate on the patience. So it says the division of patience. So that's we will continue next week.
That's so
Then bring tea.